Good morning. Oh, wait a minute. Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good morrow.
Good day to you all. Welcome to One Foot on the Ground. This is Ashley.
And this is Johnny.
And today we are doing part 2 of Beetlejuice. Juice.
1988.
Starring all the people that we mentioned before. See part 1 for more information.
I like B, Gina D.
Oh, look at you with a... I
Timmy
keep
B.
wanting to press this button, and that's not the correct remote. I should put that away. That's in my Apple TV.
Yeah, but it looks like it's like totally blank. It could be just like a universal remote for anything.
That would be cool. They should make those.
Universal remotes?
Well,
like
Apple
that
ones.
is
Apple.
Well,
remotes.
then isn't that what that would be? Because is that not universal to Apple products?
It doesn't work on my phone.
Oh, okay, that's
or
fair.
my watch, or my iPad.
What do you need that for?
Or my laptop.
I bet you could hook something up Bluetooth and just hit play. I don't think that you have What I'm saying is, they do exist. That was my impression of the Santa Claus in the M&M commercial when he sees the M&M people.
Oh,
that was a weird.
That
was a weird thing to impersonate.
So we are picking up where we left off last week.
Yes. I don't know why John thinks it's so funny.
Oh, I do. I know why it's funny.
I know why it's funny.
We got wasted.
Too much.
And could not use our part 2 of Beetlejuice, so we had to record it a week later.
So we're legitimately doing this in 2 parts a week apart.
Just like you had to wait, we did too. So
now they're digging up Beetlejuice.
They're digging up Beetlejuice.
Because they learned that he is a...
He's a, what is he?
He's a bioexorcist.
Bioexorcist.
Yeah. And they are desperate to get these people out of their home.
Yes. Now, I wanted to mention, because when they're digging up this model, because they shrunk and went into the model to dig him up.
Mm-hmm.
And,
also, where does he live when he's not living in their model?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering. When he was underground or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that? Where does he live? Is he excommunicated?
Is he just a pest? Well, yeah, isn't he? He's
I guess he could be.
Yeah.
We also mentioned, we sort of mentioned briefly on the last part that he doesn't show up until now.
Right.
We see the back of him and him reading the newspaper.
He's in 40% of the movie.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a lot of
he's very memorable.
time. Yeah.
For sure.
Oh, for sure.
Michael Keaton is amazing.
He ad-libbed 70% of his lines or something absurd. Wait, hold on. I have that note. 90%. Woo! Wow. That is absurd.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I also didn't know he was a stand-up comedian before this.
Yeah. I think that's why when Tim Burton was going to cast him as Batman, that's why it was such a huge deal, because they're like, what the fuck, this comedian dude's going to come in here and do this shit? Because
he's going to come in and he's going to beat bad guys with the giggles.
Whoa, I'm Batman.
And then his battle with the Joker.
It's just them laughing at each other for 20 minutes. Until
it'd go
Vicky
nowhere.
Vale just shoots them both. She's like, this is annoying.
Yeah, let's stop.
Pushes them both off the Gothic Tower. Which, of course, Tim Burton, isn't.
No, of course.
I kind of love that. Tim Burton does that in a lot of his movies. Mm-hmm. They all go to some tower-esque thing and have the final showdown. It happens a lot. Huh. Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
Frankenweenie. Well, the original Frankenweenie. can't remember the animated one. It might.
I don't have an answer for that. The first thing I thought was Dippy Dog.
Dippy Dog.
That's Goofy. Goofy was first Dippy Dog.
Oh, I should have known that.
Oh.
So,
Is this new? Love that flannel. That's also somebody else's flannel from a different movie.
what are you talking about? Alec Baldwin's been wearing it the whole time.
Right. No, but it's from like a different, it's something from somewhere else.
You mean they borrowed it?
No.
I
You were saying something.
I remember
interrupted you.
all this. Oh, I couldn't tell you. I have no clue.
Ah, perfect.
No, I did want to mention the grass though, because like when I first saw this back when I was a kid, it immediately was very familiar to me that was something, and they just used it as grass. You know what I mean?
Like egg cartons? Not egg cartons, but like the egg foam.
The egg
thing?
foam, but they're too
Pointy.
long and pointy for. So I couldn't figure out what it was. Also, this right here, when he says "fuck off" or "fuck you" or.
Oh yeah,
What is
this
it
is
saying?
one of the few. Nice fucking model.
Oh yeah, that's it. Because it falls apart or something.
Yeah.
There it is.
And then he grabs his junk and it
So-
honks.
That right there was because when we were kids and we were going to watch this for the first time, my mom was not sure. She's like, I don't know if I want my kids to watch this. So she was babysitting some other kids that were going to come over, and we were all going to watch a movie together. And she asked the mother of the girl, she's like, I thought, they want to watch this Beetlejuice movie, but I'm not sure about it. And she's like, oh, they've seen that. My kids have seen that. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. And so we're sitting there watching it, and he does that, and my mom was pissed. She's like, I can't believe this. And she left the room and wouldn't come back because she was so mad. So... like it wasn't gonna, who cares, Mom? If you hadn't made such a big deal about it, we wouldn't have thought anything of it. But
there is an edited version that went on. Also, it's one of the few PG movies that
With
has
the
the
F word.
F-bomb. Yeah.
well, I know what is it, PG-13? You can say it
You think you
Once
say
or
it once, and I
twice?
think you can say like shit.
because
a
like
couple
Galaxy
times.
Quest was one of those where
Yeah.
they said fuck at one point.
And then they had to
But
cut
then
it.
they had to bleep out Sigourney Weaver saying "fuck that" or towards the end, and,
Yeah.
and she says "screw that."
They did,
instead.
like, an
But
ADR.
it's so obvious that she's saying "fuck that." It's brilliant, which I think is
Yeah.
actually funnier. Like, it's just- like every time I see that, I'm like, "Oh God, I love Sigourney."
Pretty good stuff. Well, in the Disney version, they cut that part out, and it just like he just kicks over the tree, and then like it cuts to Alec putting the tree back up, and then it they also cut out the second head in the Saturn snake, the one that comes out of the mouth.
Why?
It's too scary, man.
Oh my God.
I thought that was super scary as a
Disney-
child.
Disney cuts out a lot of things when they put their movies, or not their movies, but when they put movies on. Because, like, fun fact.
Go ahead, tell
Thoroughly
me.
Modern Millie, one of my favorite movies, which I can't believe we haven't done yet on this
Yeah.
podcast. But I say that about nearly every movie ever. They cut out a shot where Millie looks up at the ceiling of the car that they're in, and there's like a naked lady painted on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And they also cut out the word bitch, like when Mary Tyler Moore says bitch. And and I was like, and I did not know that those were in that movie because that's the only copy I had. My mom taped it off at Disney for me,
Yeah.
like late night one, and then I wore that tape out. I watched that so many freaking times.
Of course.
And then when I got it on VHS for the first time, like the actual copy of it, because I saw it in a store and I was like, I was probably the only kid in the world that would shout that phrase out to somebody with excitement. Anyway, so I purchased it, and I was amazed because I was like, there's things in here that aren't in my version. So that was exciting.
This is my favorite scene.
I think this is a lot of people's favorite
I
scene.
think it's the best scene for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah.
Look at them. It's the dancing scene where they're dancing around the
Yeah.
table when they when the Maitlands try to give them a haunting and they make them sing and dance and it just backfires because they're like, oh, we could sell this.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
humans think that they could sell it. And now they're like showing off their bums to everybody. And Jeffrey Jones is doing his tarantula bit.
It's so good.
Yeah. It's really good. You know, they wanted,
You
Tim
had a
Burton
fun fact about that, too.
About the hands?
The reverse footage.
Did I tell you that?
You did. Well, yeah. In our drunken state, you did.
Oh, yeah. They did it in reverse. Because they couldn't get the thing right. They couldn't get the shrimp hands right. And then they're like, they kind of look like fingers, and that's like creepy too, right, guys?
Yeah, it's totally creepy. Anyway, I'm sorry.
No, that's totally fine. No, they wanted to do, Tim Burton wanted to do...
Oh, you told me this too.
Oh, goodness, what are the...
I'm having flashbacks to our drunken stupor.
Yeah, it's a good thing I wrote it down. Oh, they wanted to do the song by the Ink Spots.
That's right, right.
And Ink Spots are very, I don't know if you're familiar with them. However, listen to a lot of 40s, like, old music. And so they're kind of like, they do the song, I don't want to set the world on fire. I just want to start.
Your vibrato in that is
a flame in your heart. And then they also do the thing where they're like playing the song and they're like behind it. They do this a lot, and the person will talk over.
Yes, I love
and they'll
those.
do like, I don't want to set the world on fire.
I
just want to start
those kind of songs.
A flame in your heart. But then, I'm pretty sure Jeffrey Jones and Catherine O'Hara were like, can we do like a Calypso song instead? and that's how we got Deo, which also good.
It always surprises me some of the time, like with, something like that, like Harry Belafonte being used in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I always thought, well, that's a Tim Burton thing. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, for some reason that always pops into my head that's definitely something Tim Burton would do, only to find out that he actually had nothing to do with the choice.
Yeah, he wanted ink spots.
And he did the same thing in Batman with the Prince songs.
Oh.
Like, I always assumed, I was like, well, that's got to be a Tim Burton thing, because, Tim Burton is Tim Burton. And it turns out he did not. In fact, in the commentary on the Batman movie, he talks about the fact that he was like, I really don't know why we had Prince. I think just Warner Brothers wanted Prince in the movie. And then it turns out he should have listened to his facts somewhere, like pop-up video or something. But it was Jack Nicholson. He wanted Prince specifically to be playing while he was going down the street in the balloon scene. He's like, I want a Prince song.
Give it to me.
Give it to me. And of course, Prince, that's a bunch of facts for Batman, maybe. I should probably save that. I'll save my Prince facts for Batman.
I'll save them for Batman. And I'll save my print comment. It's out in print. In stores now. I thought that Powerline from a Goofy movie was very Prince.
We'll get into that in our...
I was going to ask you about it, but yeah.
We'll get into that in our Goofy movie podcast episode.
Oh, they made a comment about suicide and I totes. Oh, thank you for putting the subtitles on.
Oh, totally. I remember for once. I hope that Goofy movie has it.
It better. If not, it's fine. I'm sure it'll stand out above the crowd.
OMG.
Even if it has Spanish. To shout out loud. I am now upset.
That's hysterical.
Back to Burton and
Excuse me.
Strange and Unusual.
We just totally gave our audience our next movie.
I mean, that's not...
We actually probably should. We kept saying that we should do that. We just never do. Well, half the time we don't know until right before we're recording anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
But yeah, next week, guys, it's going to be a Goofy movie. Now, Utho.
Ooh, maybe I want to say ortho, like orthopedic.
Oodie,
And that sounds
Mr.
like
Ood,
right.
Ood. So,
Who just like Lydia is strange and unusual, but also not like Lydia because he is very...
He's like, how can I make money off of this strange and unusual thing?
Yeah. Also, the Maitlands just like hanging out through the window. So funny.
Which is also funny
like,
because they can't
why?
see them.
Yeah, maybe they're worried that Otho will.
Oh, maybe.
No, I don't... They can't
Well,
see
Lydia
them.
could see them, but...
Right, but
I
she
don't
also...
think she wouldn't
have given them away, yeah.
Like, they could have been like, no, don't tell them we're here. And she would have been like, they're not here. And then stood casually in front of them. Expanding her gorgeous sleeves to cover them up more.
Oh, she does have good sleeves.
Like, what are you doing, Lydia? Nothing.
It's Otho.
I always loved this.
What?
This whole, the banister turning into the snake thing.
Oh, that creeped me out.
Yeah, this was kind of creepy
it.
when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like watching
that,
it...
Like Beetlejuice's face on the end of a snake.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
not
watching
okay.
it as an adult, it's not quite.
Oh, she's looking up her skirt. What a pest.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It's still cool, though. I mean, look at how freaking cool that is.
That is. It is pretty cool. I would want to keep that model if I were like Michael Keaton.
I was also going to say, in real life, because I mentioned in real life I've seen things from this. I saw the heads.
Saw a hard cut from model to live action there. Go ahead. We're not rewinding it. I'm sorry you missed it.
No, it's fine. I mean, I'm not surprised. Oh, what was I going to say? I don't know, something.
It's about Beetlejuice. It was about keeping a model. It was about sex pests. It was about being scared. Scarred. Seeing it as a kid, seeing it as an adult.
Oh, don't get all dramatic, you teenager.
She's, first of all,
God.
a teenager.
And you would have thought, I'm sorry, but she's a strange and unusual girl.
Right, but
I would have been like, this is the coolest thing ever.
John, you know, her life is a dark room.
Yeah.
One big, dark room. Well, in the meantime, they're getting Maxie Dean on the phone.
Yeah, they're going to get
come
professional
back.
about it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I just totally zoned out watching.
Well, it's because I interrupted you and you forgot what you were saying. And
What was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh, I was saying how I've seen things from this, like models and shit in real life. I've seen their faces when they
the
do
stretched
the
out
crazy
faces. Yeah.
And the shrimp hands. I've seen the gloves.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I can't remember where I saw it. It's got to be a Planet Hollywood. Which, people can make fun of me all they want for going to Planet Hollywood, but
For your
I
birthday?
freaking love films, so why would I not like Planet Hollywood? It's got
Do people make fun of you for going to Planet Hollywood?
Absolutely, yeah.
Why?
Because they're dick holes.
Because they're like, what's snooty, but like...
Seriously, all the time.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Fuck them all. So, I love this so much.
The
devil girl things. People.
Things.
I guess just devil girls.
That would be a fun cosplay.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I was going to mention...
The Beetlejuice with the spikes would also be a good cosplay.
I was going to mention in our last part...
Go ahead.
That I know somebody that has done a cosplay of the Suicide Girl. The receptionist girl.
Oh, okay. The one who wouldn't have had her accident.
Yeah. And her...
Look at that guy. Traveling around because he's a civil worker. He's traveling around with his noose.
And just dropping papers off of desks.
Yeah.
Her,
yeah.
Somebody did a cosplay of her that I know, and it was incredible. It looked exactly like it. I was like, what? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
She also looks a lot like a mermaid, but she's really a pageant queen.
Yeah.
I thought when I was younger, I thought she looked like a mermaid. But I think it's just because of her blue skin. Yeah, and her red hair. Like Ariel. Oh, in the background here, there's, it's supposed to be like the audience watching the dead, or like a movie theater audience, like looking in.
Why?
Do you see it in the background? I don't know. It's some sort of like Inception type thing. I don't have the answer to it. I'm sure there's a reason. But you see what I'm talking about right there?
Yeah.
The people
I
watching
never
the
noticed
movie
that
from
before.
the other side.
Huh.
Like an opening to...
Oh, look,
The night
they're
they
even
reach in.
moving. Like, they're for reals.
I think just the one guy is alive. Or
Well, that
like...
woman might be real.
Oh, yeah,
she
yeah,
just moved
she is.
too.
You're right. They were very still.
Yeah, they
Well,
were.
I guess they were in
Well, and there were some
engulfed by the
skeletons
movie.
next to them, so I
Yeah.
guess. It would have been cooler if they had them move in the background.
Yes.
Tim. Why don't you pull a Lucas and go and digitally make those skeletons move?
Don't do that.
Please don't do that. I'm joking, Tim. You're good. Everything's good. Your movie's fine the way it is.
I bet. Well, isn't this like a movie that he isn't as fond of because of the digital budget? Digital budget, the special effect budget?
Maybe. I mean, honestly, it bothers me when I mean, I guess as an artist...
It wasn't their original vision.
Yeah, I guess as an artist, I kind of get that. But at the same time, I think if I had made this on a budget that I had, the $15 million with $1 million for special effects,
Yeah.
I honestly would have been hugely proud of this as an accomplishment. You know what I mean? Like, because it is still good, and it was very popular.
Yeah, but think what movies came after?
For him?
Yes.
Well, the next one he did was Batman.
Right, and then after Batman, he
Girl,
started
he
getting
goddamn
more.
money.
Yeah, and then he starts getting more and more money to
Yeah.
produce like bigger.
Well,
and bigger
because then
things.
but I think, to be honest, I think Beetlejuice was the one that really jump-started his whole thing.
Yes. Right?
Because he would never have gotten the job of directing Batman if it wasn't for this.
Right.
So, and he got to have Michael Keaton. I mean, he had a lot of leeway for that damn thing.
Also, he had to convince the actors to be in this movie, for the most part.
I'm not surprised.
And he had to like, I think there's like a story where he had to go and fly to Michael Keaton and like talk to him in person and be like, be in my movie.
Do you know that's the
And
funny thing?
then-
Like, I feel like he would have been the easiest to get.
I think Gina Davis was I think she was the first.
Really?
I think so. I think so.
In my opinion, I think Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis would have been the hardest to convince to do this. In my opinion.
Now my girl Gina D,
Oh, here they do the faces.
She got,
I thought that was earlier.
she got vision. Where they stretch out their faces to look scary. That scared me as a kid, for sure. I think what scared me the most was him putting his eyeballs on his fingertips. Ooh.
And how did he multiply them? That was fun.
Well, the same way he shoved his hand through his brain.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so he just kind of like had it. Ugh. Ugh.
I mean, come
So-
on, that's just freaking cool.
That is cool. Also, she has extra teeth, for sure.
Oh yeah.
He multiplies his eyeballs, she multiplied her teeth, and now they can go and be spooky. And now they can be seen?
I guess
I
so.
guess, yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was thinking. Like, is that the waiting room for them to come into the office?
I think so.
Maybe that's why there's people sitting there.
Yeah, but why? Like, alright, so they only get 3 visits to the caseworker, right? They only get 3 visits to what's-her-face.
To not Carol Channing?
Yes, to not Carol Channing. But the team is already there. Like, the Maitlands don't meet her. They go home and they get the book for the recently deceased. But why doesn't the team know they died? And, like, they, like, run into the room and are like, Coach, I don't think we survived that crash.
Oh, I don't know. Who knows?
That part confused me a little bit. I'm like, why didn't they get a handbook? Is it because they died as a group?
Maybe.
And not as a pair?
Look at those curtains.
Ugh, gross. Beetlejuice is so gross. Just eating bugs.
You know, it's funny, too, because, you know, they want to do a sequel to this.
Yeah.
Which-
Winona Ryder and Michael Keaton signed up for it.
But I don't know what's going on with it anymore. It might have died.
It's Beetlejuice Does Hawaii.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Because Tim Burton did not want to do it unless it was, like, he
Beetlejuice
goes on
Goes
vacation
Hawaii.
or something. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
he didn't want it to be the same shit.
But that also sounds like a cheesy sequel for, like, a made-for-TV sequel for, like, movies in the 90s in general.
Well, I feel like that's Tim Burton's
Style?
shtick. Yeah.
made-for-TV sequels in the 90s.
For sure.
Oh,
Well, I just think he
okay,
has like
okay.
a weird, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when you watch certain things, you put together his weird...
Like his gothic and TV
suburban,
comedy.
his definite suburban upbringing. Like, he's from...
Edward Scissorhands was before this, wasn't it? No, it's after.
After.
It's after. You're right. Yeah.
91, I think. I think it was 91. Or was that... Ed Wood was 91, maybe.
I don't know. I could look at it.
I don't know. I can't
For
remember.
sure. But I know that Lydia was older, for sure. Winona
Lydia.
Ryder was older.
She wasn't very good at playing...
Orange Breakfast,
old
Beetle
lady.
Breakfast.
Beetle drink. Did you notice that in the we're totally not. Hey audience, how are you guys doing? How's it going? This is what it's like when we haven't had alcohol and we're just...
Yeah, it's also super early in the morning.
Well, yeah.
Not, I wouldn't consider it super early, but it's definitely early.
It's definitely early.
Yeah.
I haven't had nearly enough caffeine yet.
I love that hallway.
I
I love that somebody's mopping it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, like, Tim Burton always has like this weird
Go on.
suburban lifestyle kind of thing in the background. Does that make sense? Like, if you watch Stain Boy, did you ever see Stain Boy?
Nope.
The animated thing you did for the internets?
No. Did not.
That was very similar to what I'm talking about. Or even like Nightmare Before Christmas, like him delivering packages to like these weird, normal cookie cutter homes. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, like,
it's not...
Well, Edward Scissorhands was very...
Yeah, same thing. Like, it's just a weird, like, what? Like, Tupperware parties.
That was filmed in Lutz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we talked about that before.
I think we did.
Yeah.
Um...
We record in Lutz sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Not today. Not
Not
today.
today.
Satan.
Keep it up. Keep it up. His suburban.
No,
Cookie
that
cutter,
was it.
that was it. Right on.
I mean, he just puts that into his movies, and it's because it's like a weird contrast to how he wants things to be.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like his
Sure.
fantasy world with all the crazy gothic.
Yeah, mostly the weirdo. Usually the weirdos are the normal people in the show, and the regular people are weirdos.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But this movie in particular, the Maitlands are the normal people and are also they're
Dead.
not. I get, yeah, you know what? They're also dead. But like, you know, they're completely. I always thought that this was kind of like opposite.
From his normal thing.
Yeah, from the normal stars of the show, the normal protagonists, right?
Like, well, yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, everybody's freaking weird in this movie. Honestly, I think this is the. Well, I guess the Maitlands would be technically the quote normal people.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like Tim Burton's, like you said, like the weird people are the normal people in his movies.
Yes.
Like, which is good that he does that. I think that's nice that he.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he makes.
It's kind of like they don't know they're weird.
He makes the outcast people feel normal when they watch his movies.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Which I think is lovely.
Well, yeah.
And I love that he does that.
Yes.
Because he was an outcast when he was a kid.
Was
for
he
sure. I don't know that for sure.
Ah.
But I'm pretty sure he was the gothic kid in the 70s when he grew up. Like, nobody...
Who knows?
That wasn't a thing.
Sure.
He's the original goth. I'm just kidding. That's
I
not
don't
true.
think the original goth is probably like maybe like a century sooner.
Maybe some monk somewhere.
Just a monk in just like dark garbs.
He's like,
dark circles under his eyes.
I want to go to the dark side.
Yeah, I want to reach
Of the
absolute zen,
church.
but like the opposite.
I'm going to write this Bible upside down and backwards.
Oh.
Well, 'cause
I
monks
think
used
that's
to do
not...
that. They used to transcribe Bibles
Right on, yeah. Right on.
to spread the word of God.
Right on.
Right? Isn't that what they did? Wasn't their job at some point? Because they didn't have printing presses.
So
they would just copy down Bibles.
I can't say that for sure. I can't say it.
I feel like that's the thing.
I did grow up Catholic, and I think that there's a different name for a different person who transcribed Bibles. I know that not a lot of people knew how to read or write, and only like higher ups in the... I wanted to call it an academy.
Certainly not the ladies. Certainly not the ladies, which is fucking rude.
That's true.
Stupid fucking men.
Well, yeah. I mean, how else do you hold power?
By being a woman?
Like in order to like maintain a power, you would have to like take away power, right?
Well, yes, I guess. Yeah. This part always kind of freaked me out when they aged.
Oh, that's so
started crumbling.
Sad.
I hated it.
That's so sad. And that had to take a lot of time to record.
Actually, well, yeah. Well, they probably did it in reverse.
No, I mean like for the makeup, because they have to do different makeup each time.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Right? Because like you cut back and then like their progress, because this didn't have like a huge like budget. Like I don't think that any of it was done very quickly.
Which, you know, a lot of the times when you have like a special effects budget that is small, I bet anything, it just takes way longer to film.
Yes.
Because you've got to do so many practical effects.
Yeah. Yes. Practical, love it.
Look at all of this. The
lighting
and everything. It's just... This is also technically, basically, our introduction to Tim Burton and his kind of shtick, right? His aesthetic.
This movie or this scene? Oh, by the way, we're at the seance scene.
The seance scene, yeah.
Otho is,
I guess the scene too,
but
the coloring, you know, like the black and white contrasting kind of things and everything, like Beetlejuice's outfit, this worms.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
There was also a Jack Skellington, or there is a Jack Skellington head.
It hasn't come up yet.
Oh,
ma'am.
My apologies. I took some of Johnny's thunder away. I felt it.
He shows up years before.
Oh.
Do you know? Well, we should...
Tell me.
I have so many
He used to draw
I feel like maybe we
the
should
skeleton head. Just
save them for other
knock
movies.
Knock them out right now, John.
Well, because Nightmare Before Christmas, he wrote years before the movie ever
was
going to
produced.
happen. But what happened was Tim Burton worked for Disney. In fact, it was probably before this. Before 88, because he worked for Disney for Fox and the Hound. He was an artist for that. And he had the idea for Nightmare Before Christmas around the time he was working for them. And he was like, I really want to make this into a film, you know, a stop motion film or whatever. And they were like, no. And he's like, well then, you know, if you know, it's all good, I'm going to take it to, you know, some other company and we can try to make it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, but no, you can't do that either because we own it, because you came up with it while you worked for us. Ooh. Sorry, read the fine print. So basically it took him forever to get that movie made because Disney owned the rights to do it.
I mean, that sounds like Disney.
Yeah, it really does.
Especially like old Disney.
Well, I would say 80s, 90s Disney.
Yeah.
For sure. That's very...
It's very like, no. We own it. We own all of it. Yeah.
And we own everything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, now they kind of technically do own everything.
Yeah, they just keep growing.
They just keep expanding and buying it up.
Yeah.
But I don't always think that's bad because I do think that Disney
produces quality work.
Produces really good quality stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they always
a lot of
kind of
Disney movies for the cast of Pod.
For the casting pod?
The cast of Pod, but yeah, we also do some casting for the pod.
See that makeup, it's so good.
Yeah.
God, it's so cool.
Yeah, but like they had to shoot Gina D as old and Alec B as still young, and then they had to shoot Gina D and then Alec B as both old. And so like,
that was a trailer shot right there.
I just think that has to take a lot. That is.
Here we go.
Here we go.
We're gonna see little Jackie Jew. Jackaloo.
Jack Nicholson?
There he is. We just saw Jack Skellington coming out of the model.
Yeah, that was just Jack Skellington's in a lot of his stuff, though, just as, like...
Yeah, just like a
like
little
a
weird...
little, like, concept that he used to do a bunch, yeah. Oh, Beetlejuice has risen. He has been summoned by Lydia. And now he's gonna, I guess, ruin everybody's night.
I guess so.
It's kind of like his thing. But, like... Yeah,
Do you think he felt silly in this?
No. No, not 1 ounce of me thinks that he felt silly and not powerful.
He's like, I'm gonna be Batman. And
look at me
Batman
go
for everybody in the future because I'm going to be so good at it.
Now those two are gone.
Yeah,
and
did
we'll
they
never
die?
see them again.
You know, I always wondered about that. Like, I mean, are they dead? Like, did they kill him? Are they casualties of this movie? He's smoking.
Ooh, maybe. Yeah. Smoking, not good?
I was gonna say about the sequel. I feel like it would work really well because, you know, Michael obviously has aged. But he also wears a ridiculous amount of makeup for this. So it really wouldn't matter too
It would
much.
just be Lydia who has aged.
I know. They'd be like, well, Lydia, you've certainly grown up. Where's
He
your
goes and
grandkids?
He haunts her in her, like, relationship or on her Hawaiian vacation. Even though the Maitland's Ortho's horror is being
Power
dressed in
blue suit.
pastels.
Oh, because he hates pastels, doesn't he?
He
mentioned that in the beginning.
Yes, he also is just so hoity.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Such a fucking
Snob.
twat. Oh.
Oh my, John, we don't swear on this.
Oh, fuck you. We don't cuss on it. Yeah, right.
Oh. But yeah. Oh, I would love to cosplay. There's a few things that I would like to cosplay in the world, and one of them is Lydia's red wedding dress.
Nice day for a red wedding.
God, and Beetlejuice, such a creep. He grossed
He
me
really
out
is
here.
kind of
Yeah. He grossed me out a
dickhole.
bunch. He kind of still grosses me out. You know who doesn't? Catherine O'Hara. Love her. Here's her
Oh, I love
sculptures
her.
coming to life. Love it. Need it.
You knew
Need
that was going to happen with those hideous things.
Hey! I need those. I need a sand room
what can we do with these
with Delia
hideous
Dietz?
arts?
Ooh, well, it actually spooked me as a child, but as an adult, love it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Good for you, Tim, with the stop motion. See, I like that. I think they should do that today. Like stop motion
Do they
mixed
not?
with live action.
It's
I
still
don't think
done.
they do it very much. I mean, like, but I think with the technology, not technology, but with the new, what are you calling it? The,
Special effects.
no, the
Go on.
streamline kind of
Go ahead.
awesomeness that has happened with stop motion. Because they've kind of perfected. They have the armatures and they do all the special effects and everything. Well, not special effects, but you know what I mean. Like they make it look as smooth as humanly possible now. So it's hard. Honestly, sometimes it's hard for me to tell if a movie that's coming out is that stop motion or is that digital. You know what I mean? Because it's so
Oh,
good.
okay. Yeah.
Like that Bigfoot one. Can't remember what it's called.
Is it? No. Littlefoot.
No, not that one. I tried to watch that. And,
Ah!
and that was digital. But no, the stop motion studio. I mean, obviously I should have known because it was stop motion studio that made it. But it was God, I can't remember. Oh, the Lost Link or something like that. Something about the
like the missing link or
missing link.
Yeah.
That's it. When I saw the trailer for that, I was like, "Is that stop motion?" You know, because it looked
Oh,
so
yeah.
good. And I was like,
It also could just
crazy.
very well be digital mimicking stop motion.
No,
But
it's
probably
stop
No,
motion.
what I meant is like your confusion.
Yeah.
Or your curiosity.
Or Kubo and the Two Strings.
Is it too? Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yes.
one I honestly avoided because I was like, well, that's digital. I'm not
Oh,
watching
it definitely was
and
not.
then no. And then when I actually saw like the behind the scenes of them doing it, I was like, what? That's incredible. So that's what I'm talking about. I think that they should do with that aesthetic and that level of sophistication for the stop motion. It'd be fascinating to mix that with live action, which nobody's done. Why haven't people done that?
How many people Maybe
you know
they
what I mean?
have.
Like, kind of like old Harryhausen films, but like now.
Right.
Like Clash of the Titans, not the newer one, the old one with the hot dude.
Didn't Galaxy Quest have stop motion in it? No.
No, that was digital.
Coneheads.
Oh, did that have?
For the fight scene when he goes and he like fights for his honor.
On
his planet.
This is what I'm saying though. Like that
was definitely a stop motion
it's
monster.
Not. But that's what I'm talking about. But
yeah.
Nowadays, like do it now.
I think that was the most recent movie I could think
which one
of.
would be good for that? Ghostbusters. That would be a perfect opportunity for them to do it because they want to do, the third Ghostbusters, the third, and skip the lady. Like
that's silly.
Ladies didn't happen. But they want to do a new one, and he wants to use all practical effects and puppets and stuff. And I was like, well, there you go. Put them stop motions up in there.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do it.
They might.
Oh, they could. I guess they might.
They could.
But you know what I mean? Something like that where it's like...
Yeah, no,
good. Just good.
You just want it done and you want it done well, John?
Yes.
You can't have everything.
You know what they could do nowadays that would be really cool? I'm giving away all my secrets.
Do it.
Mario.
Stop motion Mario?
Well, live action Mario with stop motion in it.
Did you not see Super Mario Brothers? That was a masterpiece. It does not need to be redone.
Pretty sure that could be redone. But I'm saying like with that Nintendo 64 looking aesthetic.
Right.
But like, with live action actors, but then have like all the flower eatings and the mushies, the mushrooms.
It sounds like you may not have played the game.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well, you couldn't think of the flower eating thing.
Oh, I don't know what it's called. Girl, I can't remember anybody's name ever, let alone a flower thing.
Yeah, that's true. I have to write my name down for you before we start the podcast.
I know, every time. I know. Your name is what?
Yeah, he's reading from a cue card.
She writes all my dialogue, too. I have a piece of paper in front of me right now.
Yeah, it's a wonder that you don't hear it shuffle.
I know. It's shuffling in the wind.
Also, the Maitlands are like Lydia's parents now.
Basically,
and that's
kind
just
of,
like,
yeah.
okay. But then in the cartoon, the Maitlands don't exist. Well, I guess Lydia's parents also just kind of are absent parents still.
Well, her mom is in there at some point. Even Jeffrey Jones, I think. Well,
yeah,
not the actors, but I'm saying like...
Yeah, her parents are like there, but the Maitlands do not exist. Love that sculpture.
Yeah. Now, I bet you that was just a model
that she had.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean. From the set of the film, like just grab a model from the prop room.
Yeah, whatever. Covered it in like damp clay.
Well, it's probably still just clay. They just spritzed it. There you go. Hold it in front of
him. You act spooked.
Okay, I believe you. I've been to nightclubs of the Gavrata, and they'll play this song with the footage from this at the clubs.
Like the ending scene?
Yeah, like with her...
With her legs? Or with Lydia, like up in the air dancing?
Yeah, like the whole thing, yeah. I mean, obviously they have to edit more because...
Yeah, because
the song...
It goes into dialogue.
Guy.
Also, what's the other movie that Tim Burton did that has an option for no dialogue and just the score?
Oh, the score? Mm-hmm. Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Did Danny Elfman do that score too?
Yes.
Is that like the theme? Because Danny Elfman did the score for this movie.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they did it for those.
I was trying to think of that the other day. I was like, I wonder if it's because of...
It could be
Danny
just trying to highlight Danny Elfman's score because
it's good stuff.
I've seen one. I don't know which. I can't remember which one it was. It might have been an Alien movie where they had the score as an audio track, but they also had alternate score, like the score pieces that they didn't use that they put on the.
Yeah. That's fun.
I thought that was kind of fascinating. I was like, what? That's cool. Which I think would be cool if they did that kind of stuff for these kind of things, like Danny Elfman especially. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Gravity had a removal of score and like sound effects and such for the.
What?
Yeah, they had like a silent version because they're in space and there's like no sounds in space. The one where Sandra Bullock like loses George Clooney.
I never saw that.
Well, there's a silent version of it. Not that there's not dialogue, but like it's mostly just like the quietness of space. Yeah.
Like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was so sassy.
First.
That was so sassy.
I always love that kind of stuff when they, especially if you don't notice it. Do you know what I mean? Like
Cloverfield, how they didn't have score?
Yeah, like perfect. Thank you. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, like where you
that was your fact about Cloverfield.
Yeah, you don't even notice it. Yeah, that's because Roar at the end of it.
Yeah.
Which was my favorite thing ever. Like when I saw that in the theater and they started the score at the end, I can't remember why we stayed for the end. but like we stayed for the end credits and I was like, okay, this guy obviously did not get to do a score, so he is making up for it big time in this piece of music. And I purchased it. I still own it.
Right on.
Love it.
It's good. You purchased the Cloverfield like album, and it's just one song. It's just one.
Honestly,
song
I think they did.
Yeah,
I think they did do that on vinyl.
So brilliant.
I'm pretty sure.
I love that you recognized my arms
Your
as
arms
like
being
me talking
gigantic record.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
It's not a 45; it's a 90.
You know they do have larger ones.
Yeah, like laser discs.
No. That's
no. I mean, like you know how like the discs get bigger.
Yeah. Well, laser discs are the
Comparatively.
size of records.
Yes.
But I was going to say they have larger than 12-inch for vinyl.
Wasn't the that one we launched into space larger?
Oh, the
golden record?
The golden record.
Yeah.
I want a copy of that. They have it on the internet.
I
can purchase it.
Need that. I don't
and it
think
comes
I
with
can
like an
live without
amazing
it.
book and everything. I completely forgot about it until just now. I'm kind of mad. I have it on in one of my browser windows, like ready for me to purchase at some point.
Oh, it's super expensive. Not super expensive. It's probably super reasonable for but like it's something like I just can't like get in the moment. Well, that's actually
it's one of those things I have to wait and make sure I have enough money to purchase.
Yes.
Which maybe next week. I don't know.
Technicolor movie.
Color by Technicolor.
Technicolor.
I just read a fun fact about film footage. It was a Fellini film. Federico Fellini, when he filmed Casanova, several scenes were cut out of the film because somebody went into the Technicolor studios and stole a bunch of negatives. And Fellini's Casanova was affected, a Western, and God, there was one other famous one that footage ended up missing for it. And they had to finish their films with either alternate cuts or whatever. They had to cut scenes out. And then, of course, after the damn films came out, the footage was resurfaced in 1976. Or found.
How long was that? How long was that gap?
Like a year.
Okay.
Because I think Casanova was 75.
So somebody stole them, caused a ruckus, and then just kind of like slipped them back.
And I'm like, I really didn't like that Chesty Mortgage footage. Which honestly, I'm pretty sure if you had watched that footage, you would not have been disappointed. It was quite fun. Donald Sutherland chasing Chesty Morgan around a table while her boobs flopped in the wind.
Oh my.
It was quite something. But yeah, her scene was cut out of that movie too. I think because of the same reason. I think. But those are facts for other times.
Okay.
That's a movie we're going to have to do at some point too.
Casablanca? Wait,
Fellini's Casanova. Fellini's Casanova, specifically. Can you imagine our audience is going to be like, ooh, Heath Ledger, that'll be fun. I'm like, no! A weirder one from a long time ago.
Whatever, we'll do another Heath Ledger classic. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, that'd be so much fun. Well, guys, now that we've got the España warning,
We're at the end of the film, and it's showing us the warnings in different languages.
which you guys better adhere.
Yeah, definitely, please.
Don't,
Thank you.
Don't copy this movie in any form. Oh, wait a minute.
What?
We haven't done that, have we?
Copied movies in any form? We are, just for the record, we have 2 copies of Beetlejuice on the bed right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've given our money to Tim Burton. Don't you worry about it, Tim. Okay, guys, well, I guess that's it for this week.
Yeah.
Join us next week when we do a Goofy movie.
That's right. It'll be a blast. A
It'll
hoot
be,
and a holler and a yuck.
A yuck. Mm-hmm.
A yuck.
Yuck.
Bye-bye.
Hey there, footsies. I just wanted to jump in here. This is Johnny, by the way. Ashley is probably working or doing something fabulous. I just wanted to jump in and remind everybody that it's very helpful for us if you guys subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, especially the rating and the reviewing. Just give us 5 stars if you feel like it. And give us a nice little write up or whatever, little blurb about us. That would be helpful. That way, other people will see us in a feed and want to listen to us. And also, we keep forgetting to mention that we have the Instagram and the Facebook and the Twitter, which I'm trying to keep up with. So hopefully you guys can check those out. We're at One Foot Podcast on basically all of them, I think. Except we are also, I think it's One Foot on the Ground if you're on the Facebook. But so that would help us out, and we hope you enjoy our episodes. And share with everyone. Share. It's good to share. Sharing is caring. Goodbye.